Hi, my name is Ian and welcome back to my channel, and this is my series, My Take, where I offer my own take on situations here in New Zealand and throughout the world, or just even perhaps a different take you haven't heard before. Now, a short while ago I made a video about the Solicitor General in New Zealand making a criminal policy based on ethnicity being a primary standard when deciding whether people, or how hard people, whether people should be convicted and as to how hard they should be convicted. She obviously got a lot of flack for this, and justifiably so, as, you know, you shouldn't use an ethnicity to determine whether, you know, Johnny or Hemi are bad people. It should be based on, you know, the actions that were done in said crime. However, because she got a lot of flack, she's now changed it to be more based on what you have personally gone through. Now, each person's going to have their own individual experiences. But, I mean, if you want to get to the crux of this, we all know, especially here in New Zealand, that other than very, very extreme cases, we all know that even if you take hardships into consideration, it's basically only going to be applicable to one race anyway, like it was going to before. She's just cunningly adjusted the wording of it so that she doesn't face any grief or flack for doing it. However, it's essentially the same thing. So, I think this is bad. I think we all need to fight up against this, and I'm surprised that the government haven't said, no, you need to base it solely on the extent of the crime, not what somebody's been through. And even then, if we do it, are we going to be even about it? Because we might decide that, like I said, people from one group who might say, be poor. We have a tendency in New Zealand to have scales of which people are deemed as impoverished in this country. So, for example, I, as a New Zealand European, grew up poor or low income. Heck, I'm still technically low income now. But if say a Maori was equally as poor as me, his poverty would be deemed worse than mine. So it would alter the variant of punishment, and that's wrong. It should be, if you're both poor, you either both get that used as an excuse to the same level, or preferably, and what it should be, is it doesn't get used as an excuse at all. And I'm not just talking about for being poor, I'm talking about if you've missed out in education, maybe you've grown up in an abusive household, you could have had personal things happen to you in your life which could have shaped your own views or beliefs or whatnot of society. So I think that we should just more look at the seriousness of the crime. However, having said that, there is one exception I think there should be, and that is if people are mentally handicapped. As these people, you can quite rightly and fairly argue, if they commit a crime, they possibly may not have the full understanding of the extent of their crime. I.e., I'm talking about, say, if there's a 35-year-old man who may have, say, the intellectual level of an 8-year-old child, that I'm totally fine with being taken into consideration. And no, I don't believe ADHD and autism should be used as valid excuses, as most people who have them, barring the very, very, very odd exception, most of the people who have them know that you cannot steal, you cannot essay somebody, you cannot, remove somebody or any other, criminal activity. So those should not be valid excuses either. Anyway, that was my take on that. Apparently, I think it still kicks in, as far as I know, on the same date of January the 1st, 2025. So just be aware that's going on in this country, guys. Thanks and bye.